I'm Sophia Saunier, and I think y'all should introduce yourselves.
Michael Chopin.
I'm Kim Chopin.
And how long have y'all been married?
23 years?
Yes. Sure, because I found somebody I really loved, and then we hung out together and we dated and realized that we were a good fit, and then they used to call us the Velcro twins because we got so attached.
Yeah.
So then we knew
Always shoulder to shoulder.
we knew we should be married,
That's really
Yeah.
and it's
sweet.
really worked out
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. Definitely. I think, we were a little bit older too. Michael was 30 and I was 24, almost 25. So at that point we had, dated people, and at this point you kind of know what you're looking for and how imperfect I am, that we all have flaws, that, even though I might oftentimes point things out to him, I'm just as flawed. So I think it helps me realize that, not to get too upset, because by and large you could come back with the same response for something else too.
You also got to learn to adapt. I think it balances us. I think we work off of each other's differences, and it makes us, they truly say when you get married you become one, and I can see how that works, because we have to learn that I have my habit, she has her habit, she has things ways she likes to do things, is ways I like to do things, but we know that we just can't take and blaze our own path, that we have to do it together and go hand in hand. So
We definitely don't steamroll each other. It's one of those things, we each have a voice, and sometimes, like you're saying, we agree, sometimes
she dictates sometimes.
So, but like you said, it's the very thing that makes you stronger in a marriage. It's the very thing that makes you a better person individually too.
You seem to have a very solid base, I think.
110%.
I was just gonna say 100%. You took the words out of my mouth. Marriage is not 50-50. It's not 20-40. We learned even in our premarital class that it's not anyone giving a percentage other than 100%. So if we're doing that, then
Why don't I give 110%?
I just was thinking 100%, and then you won't fall short.
Yeah.
And so if you're, again, I think that's when.
And that's again not to say that you're always firing at 100%, but
Right.
that's the goal you have to strive for.
Yeah.
Biggest thing with children is to learn to respect them just as much as you respect one another, and then two, to try not to live our lives through our children, because we all have our separate lives, just like our children have separate lives. But you can get so engrossed in what the kids are doing that sometimes you need to step back and say, hey, they're doing their thing, we do our thing. Much too often I see parents that try to live through their children, and you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and I'm a coach, so you got to run track.
Well, yeah, my grandpa.
Right.
Perfect example.
So
Yeah.
it brings a lot of challenges though, and I think it helps strengthen our relationship. And
Because you have to communicate. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
How are we going to handle this? And even though we bring to the table different aspects, so a lot of the times we're on the same page.
the faith points us in the right direction to be able to make those decisions, and it takes prayer. I mean, you've got to pray constantly for your children, for your spouse, for your family. We take so much for granted, but without God, we have nothing. So it's very important.
Yeah.
And I look to Him in His Word in the way that He spells out everything out as our Father, and that's how I need to treat my family.
It turns out probably not at all what you would think. Whether it's better or worse or not, you don't know.
Would your question what we may have changed if we knew something different before we got married? Or?
Just what you would tell yourself.
Oh,
or like,
not to
but I feel
worry.
like not to worry. Yeah, that's like really important.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Yeah. It's just that, I mean, really, for me, I guess it's just back to my faith. That whatever we experienced, in our marriage/family, I just can't worry.
Yeah.
I felt like I spent a lot of time, and that's probably more geared towards kids, if that makes any sense too, because that puts a strain on your marriage, and it can. you know, but again, like Michael said earlier,
But
you have to
a
come
big
on.
advantage though too is that, you know, as far as what you learn too, is that when you go through difficult times, you don't have to go through them alone.
Yeah.
You can go through them as a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is great. Like I said, you know,
It's
before.
like having your own fan club.
Yeah, it's like when one is up, you know, one is up, the other is down, and you just kind of lift each other up. You